Hey everyone, in today's video we are going to look through the list of expenses I have here, and we will try to assign a category to each expenses using Python pandas. So for example, this will have the category as donate, this could be food, and so on and so forth, just like Excel Flash will some of it, but we will use Python pandas to do this task as we want our categories to be defined by ourselves. So let's jump right into VS Code. So the first thing we will do is we will import pandas library. So we say import pandas as pd. Let's run it. Let's import our Excel file. So we say df equals pd.readexcel. We give the file name as it is. Since it's in the same directory, we don't have to give the full location. For engine, we use by Excel, and then we use head method to look through top 3 rows. So let's load the data and look through top 3 rows, which tells us that the data has been loaded correctly. So next thing we need to do is we need to create a function that will look through the expense description and try to assign a category. So let's define a new function. So let's call it assign_status, and it will take in input value as description, which is DESC for description. We will basically do a bunch of if else and try to see if a specific string exists in the description, and if it does, then we will return the category we want to assign. So for example, for this one we will say subscriptions. Then we will say elif, and similarly we will add a bunch of if else. So I'm just gonna do this quickly instead of doing this manually. So we are basically checking for a limited list of items. We can do more. Keep in mind the else statement. So if it does not find anything, it will return a check. That will tell us that we need to check for this separately. Let's run our function. Now let's figure out a way to apply this function to create a new column to our existing data frame. So let's do that. So we create a new column. Creating a new column is very simple. So you just define the data frame name, and then in square brackets and double or single quotes, you just type the new column name and then put it equals to, and this creates effectively a new column. Next thing we will do is we will select the expense description column, which is the actual column which has the expense description. Then we will do an as type string because we want this to be read as string. And then we will apply our functions. So we say dot apply, and if we open apply, it basically accepts a function. So let's give it the function that is assign status, and as soon as we run our code, let's just do a df.head to see if our function runs correctly. And you can see we have a new column that has been created, and it seems like it has read the description correctly. So Office 365 is subscriptions, shelf filling is fuel charges, donate is donate/charity. Great. If I want to look at bottom 3 rows, I can just do a tail method here, and you can see for grocery shopping it was not available in our list of items to check, so it assigned check to it. Everything else has been accounted for. Now we can go a bit step further and add some visualizations as well. I'm just going to create the visualizations. I'm not going to explain the code for it. So let's add the code. We'll be using matplotlib library and using a bar chart. So let's do that. Once it's done, let's run it, and you can see we have a bar chart by expense category and total amount, and you can see the amounts here. So check has total tel amount, the donate charity is $50, and subscriptions cost us $30. We can also create a pie chart. So let's create a pie chart. Let's run it. Okay, it's pretty big, so let me zoom out a bit, and you can see the donate/charity has the biggest chunk of our total expenses. Then we have subscriptions and so on and so forth. Right, that's it for this video. I hope you enjoyed the content and found this helpful in your day-to-day organization of expenses. If you have any other ideas you want me to work on, let me know in the comment section. Till next time, happy coding.